Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I'm standing here in front of a table full of planes. I've got them heaped up. Now, why would I keep all my planes piled on a table? Well, I wouldn't. But the drawer that I had them stored in, the track broke. So now I got to fix that. And while I did that, I needed to have someplace to put them, so I piled them up here. What happened, this screw that holds this drawer slider in place came loose. And I think it stripped out. And that let the drawer sag. That means it hits into the top of this drawer and won't close. This one is also loose. So I need to tighten those up. I might have to replace some screws or add bigger screws. Longer, or something that goes through the wall of the cabinet and actually has a nut on the outside. But we're going to see if I can just make them tighter and see if it'll work. Well, I think I'm seeing a problem. The screw is actually stripped out. So let's see if I can get this a little tighter by putting a new hole in there and fixing the stripped out hole. This nut and bolt assortment came from Harbor Freight. And they're not high quality screws, but they're good enough to do what we're doing here today. First we'll remove this screw. I can go with a larger diameter screw, and I think that'll help in working the stripped out hole. Well, that worked pretty well. Let's try that on the other side. Now the acid test. will the drawer fit? There. Still a little low on this side though. I think I need to perhaps fix a bend in the track. Because this roller is actually bent down. Well, that helped a little bit, but I think I'm just down too far on this side. There. That's almost all the way through. So that's going to give it a good seat for this screw. And I just moved it back one hole. Okay, let's try the drawer again. There. Now we got it even across the top. Good. Now I can put the planes back. Oops, I got a few shavings in there. Now, one of the things I'm going to have to do is reduce the number of planes in each drawer. I have 3 drawers, which means I should have plenty of room for all the planes that you would normally use. And that's going from number 1. All the way up to the giant number 8. But there's a problem. You see, I have room for a 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6. In the top drawer, and then 7 and 8. And I'm actually done. And I'm not overloading the drawers. Difficulty comes in that I have 2 number 7s. Now this is a Bedrock 607, and a Bedrock is a much better plane than a standard Stanley plane. This is also a corrugated, which to me makes it more valuable. Some people don't see that, but I do. I see that as a plus. And this is one of the first planes that I bought. I bought it at a little flea market store over in Quincy, Michigan. So it has kind of a special place in my heart. But I don't need, especially 2 number 7s. Especially 2 number 7s. Since this number 7 is in excellent condition. I bought this up in Mason, Michigan for $19. Yep, crazy to see, but $19 got me this, and I didn't have to put any paint on it or anything else. It was just like this. Perfect. Seeing them all piled up like that, I recognize that there are some that I will probably never use. And I could say I'm a collector and say I'm going to keep them all and fix them, but I don't want to sit on a nest of planes. It's not important to me. I buy planes to use them. And what I did over the years, I would buy a plane, fix it up, make it usable, then I would find one that was in better condition. So I would buy the better one and fix it up and get it ready to use. And the other one was still a good working plane. Now, maybe somebody would see that as a collectible, but to me, having 15 tools that do exactly the same thing and just take up space really doesn't help. There's a mantra that we keep here at Old Sneelock's workshop: if you don't work, you don't eat. So some of these guys got to go. Now, some of them are just parts. Some of them are really nice working planes. I'm going to start off selling some of the nice working planes first, and then we'll switch over and start selling off box lots of pieces. Because some guy might want to have a tote handle, or a block plane with, not quite the nicest finish on it, but that still works really good. So I'm going to share my largesse with the world. I'm going to do it, at a profit to me, hopefully. So I'm going to be listing some of these on eBay, and you guys get a chance to bid on them. Now, I'll post the ones that I have for sale as I do it. I'm going to put up about 1 a month, at least in the beginning. If things get going faster, then we can do them in larger bunches. But about 1 a month is all I really can handle with the extra labor involved in making sure that I got everything set and ready and watch the eBay listing and make sure I get it sold, and then make sure I get it shipped, and then make sure I get the money back, which is getting more and more difficult with eBay. They're really getting to the point where it's kind of a pain in the butt. But anyways, that's the plan, and this is where we're going to be going in the future. You can come along. I had one suggestion for a person here in the household. If I set them all out on a table, the ones that I'm going to be selling, and said on a video, which one would you guys like to buy? That might be the first one that I put up for sale. So once I get the drawer fixed and I get things straightened out again, I'll set up a display. I'm going to have a much bigger table, obviously. I'll set up a display and we'll just pick a section and say, which one of these planes would you guys like to see going up on eBay? If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the US or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.